My child, can you give me just a moment? Just a tiny pocket of time in your busy day? I promise you, you won't regret stopping here. Please, don't rush past this. Don't scroll away. Don't let your mind slip into the next task or the next worry the way you have so many times before. I am stepping intentionally into your day right now. I am stepping into your thoughts, into your room, into the very air you are breathing, because I need you to hear me. I need your heart to pause. I need your spirit to take a deep, clear breath. I need your attention, not because I demand it like a ruler, but because I love you as a father. Something you've been carrying, something you've been crying over in the dark is close to a turning point. But if you move too quickly, if you stay trapped in the noise of the world, you might miss the peace I'm placing right in front of you. So I ask you again, gently but urgently, can you give me your stillness? Not your whole day, not your remaining strength, just this single breath, just this small space where the world has to loosen its grip on you long enough for you to remember that I am here. I know how often you've rushed past my whispers lately. I know how many times you felt a quiet tug at your heart, a sudden urge to pray, to rest, to sit in the quiet, and you told yourself, later, maybe tonight, maybe when I finish this workload. I know how many times you sensed that something inside you was breaking, but you brushed it aside because life felt too loud, too heavy, too demanding to stop and listen. But this moment is different. You feel it, don't you? Something in you right now is a little softer, a little quieter. Your defenses are down just a bit. Something in your soul recognizes that my voice isn't far away. I am right here, moving close, reaching for you in a way that your mind might not fully comprehend, but your heart cannot deny. This encounter isn't an accident. It isn't a random click on a screen. I align this exact minute with the timeline of your life because your heart has been drifting farther into exhaustion than you even realize. I had to step in. I had to create a roadblock of grace before something precious slipped completely from your hands. Your life has been so noisy, my child. So many racing thoughts, so many unanswered questions, so many heavy emotions swirling around inside your chest that you haven't even had the space to hear yourself breathe. The world has been pulling at you from every single direction, demanding your time, your focus, your labor, your smile, and you have been running on absolute empty without even realizing how much of your soul you've been losing in the process. You are tired, I see it, but it's not the kind of tiredness that sleep can fix. You are body tired, yes, but more than that, you are soul tired. You are overwhelmed mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You've been carrying heavy weights that you were never, ever meant to carry by yourself. You've been fighting battles in absolute silence. You walk through your day pretending you're completely fine. You pretend you're strong enough. You pretend the unkind words don't hurt you. You pretend the financial stress, the relationship strains, and the loneliness aren't cutting into your spirit as deeply as they do. And because you've had to put on that mask of strength just to survive, you've missed my gentle voice. You missed the small signs of comfort I left on your path. Not because you didn't care about me. I know your heart. You missed them because you were simply too burdened to look up. You missed them because your mind was trapped in survival mode. You weren't ignoring me. You were just trying not to drown. And I saw it all. I saw the deep exhaustion in your eyes. When you looked in the mirror this morning, I saw the heaviness in your steps as you walked out the door. I saw the painful emotions you try to hide, even from yourself, pushing them down deep into the dark corners of your heart so that nobody else would look at you and worry. That is exactly why I am here now. That is why my words feel so heavy with truth. Right now, your heart is reacting because you have been praying for deep things, secret things, heavy things, prayers you whispered through hot tears when no one else was in the house, prayers you buried under your breath in public so your voice wouldn't crack. You didn't think those prayers were eloquent enough or good enough or holy enough to reach heaven, but they did. Every single sigh, every single tear, every single broken sentence reached my throne. I held those prayers in my hands. I listened to them. When you felt like absolutely no one else on this earth cared, and right now, behind the scenes, I am lining up the answers in ways your imagination cannot even begin to map out. But to receive what is coming, you have to be awake. You have to be present. You cannot receive a blessing of peace if you are constantly sprinting through chaos. That is why I need you to stay right here with me, in this stillness. Let me hold you still. Let me hush the frantic world around you. Let me quiet the storm inside your head, just for now. I know you pushed away moments like this in the past, because you were afraid to feel too much. It's scary to stop, isn't it? Because when you stop moving, the pain catches up to you. You don't want to confront how deeply you've been hurt. You don't want to open up the boxes of disappointment, because you didn't trust that good things could actually happen to you anymore. You ran, because running felt safer than hoping. But my child, I have never stopped chasing you. I have never stopped drawing near. Let's talk about the pain you buried, the heartbreak that split you open in ways you still haven't fully recovered from. I watched you try to hold the shattered pieces of your life together with shaking hands, putting on a brave face while your soul was bleeding inside. I saw when the people you trusted most mishandled your heart. I saw when love walked away, when promises were broken, and when doors slammed in your face after you gave everything you had. You tell the world you're over it. You tell your friends that it's in the past. But the truth is, you are still carrying the aftershocks of that trauma. You carry it in quiet, guarded ways, avoiding certain dreams, closing yourself off from certain people, holding your breath, because you're terrified of being shattered all over again. You built massive walls around your soul, not because you don't want love or joy or peace, but because you don't think you can survive another break. Oh, my beloved child, I stood beside you in every single one of those moments. When you fell to your knees on the floor, I was there. When you thought you were completely alone in your room, crying so quietly into your pillow so that the sound wouldn't escape into the hallway. I caught every single tear before it hit the fabric. None of your pain was wasted. None of it was ignored. I saw your loneliness, the agonizing kind of loneliness. That doesn't go away, even when you're standing in a crowded room full of people laughing. The kind that sits like a cold weight in your chest, whispering that nobody truly sees you, nobody truly understands you, and nobody is going to stay. I saw the nights you spent staring at the ceiling, wondering why your life feels so incredibly hard, wondering why everyone else seems to have a support system, while you're forced to be the pillar for everyone else. You felt invisible to the world, but you were the center of my attention. Think of the mornings you've had recently. I know the heaviness that greets you, the very microsecond you open your eyes. Before you even take your first conscious breath, the pressure settles onto your chest. Waking up feels like stepping back onto a battlefield you never volunteered to fight on. You have to mentally collect yourself, brace your heart, and force yourself out of bed to face responsibilities you don't feel ready for. You thought no one noticed the deep sigh you take before you walk into your workplace or your kitchen. You thought no one knew the sheer amount of energy it takes just to exist some days. But I did. I have been your silent partner through every single morning. I have put my hand over your spirit, injecting a quiet, invisible grace into your soul, just to keep your heart beating, just to keep you moving forward, when despair tried its hardest to swallow you whole. Hear me clearly. Your weakness does not repel me. Your doubts do not offend me. Your anger, your confusion, and your heavy questions do not scare me away. You have never been too much for me to handle. The world tells you to fix yourself before you show up. The world wants you to have your life all together, to be successful, to be polished, to be happy. But I say, bring me your brokenness. Bring me the tangled, messy, exhausted reality of who you are right now. I don't need your performance. I just want your heart. Lay down the armor you've been wearing. You don't have to be the strong one here. You don't have to protect yourself. When you are resting in my arms, let down your guard. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to just sit in absolute silence, and let my love wash over you, let it happen. Numbness was your way of surviving the pain, but my presence is your way of healing from it. I want to breathe new life into the areas of your spirit that have gone cold, the dreams you packed away because you couldn't bear another disappointment. I have kept them safe for you. They didn't die. They were just waiting for this exact moment, a moment where your heart could finally handle hoping again. I am clearing out the noise. I am removing the voices of condemnation, the expectations of others, and the relentless pressure you place on yourself. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be imperfect. You are allowed to heal slowly. There is no clock ticking in heaven, judging how fast you recover. My grace is a vast, endless ocean, and you are entirely covered by it. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders right now. You don't have to figure out the next 10 steps of your life today. You don't have to solve the problems of tomorrow or next month or next year. I am already in your tomorrow. I am already preparing the way, smoothing out the rough paths, and opening the doors that no man can shut. Your only job in the sacred space is to remain here with me, connected to the vine, letting my peace rebuild your strength. My child, you have looked at your life and felt like you've been left behind. You've watched others step into blessings, marriages, careers, and joy, while you felt stuck in a painful holding pattern. You asked me, why is my life delayed? Why is my path covered in so much fog? Did you forget about me? I want to reveal the beautiful truth to you today. None of those delays were punishments. Every single closed door, every single quiet season, every single painful pause was my protection. I was shielding you from environments that would have destroyed your spirit. I was removing people from your life who were only equipped to love a temporary version of you, not the destined version of you. I was keeping you hidden because I was building roots in you deep enough to sustain the massive harvest that is coming. You were not rejected. You were being prepared. And now the season is shifting. The wilderness is coming to an end. The tears you sowed in the dark nights of your past are turning into streams of joy. I am restoring everything the stress and the heartache stole from you. I am restoring your mental clarity. I am restoring your physical energy. I am restoring your capacity to love, to trust, and feel genuine, unshakable joy again. A breakthrough is approaching your life. It has your name carved into it. It is an alignment of grace, favor, and peace that will make all those years of quiet suffering make perfect sense. You will look back at this exact moment, and you will see that I was holding your hand through every single step of the journey. You have never been unloved. You have never been cast aside. Go back into your day now, my child, but do not leave this peace behind. Walk slowly. Breathe deeply. Remember that the creator of the universe is walking right beside you, shielding your heart and guiding your steps. When the noise of the world tries to crowd your mind again, come back to this stillness. Come back to my whisper. I am always here, waiting for you, loving you past your fears, and keeping your soul safe in my hands. You are going to be okay. In fact, you are going to be more than okay. Trust me. Rest in me. I love you now and for all eternity. Amen.